Hello, what is going on guys? Canmanu here and welcome to my second episode of my Search For Seismic series. So I'd like to start off this episode with a huge apology for the massive delay on this episode. I believe it's been around 6 months since the last episode. That is, I guess, entirely my fault. For those of you that watch my or our videos quite frequently, you will know the reasons behind it. It's mainly because of the studies, my exams that determine the uni that I go to. I've been focusing on those more than Scape, so I quit for a solid 2 to 3 months. As well as that, I was, I guess, focusing on other series, unfortunately, like the Doth Thou Even Next Bro series before, which didn't allow me for much time with this series. However, I really want to overturn this, as I know a lot of you anticipated this series, and so did I. Unfortunately, the seismic prices have crashed considerably from the first episode to now. Unfortunately, I guess, might not be the word, I guess fortunately, in the sense that I don't have to make as much money, but I really wanted to make this a long series, but who knows. I will strive my best to make this series as best as possible, as good as possible even, from now on, so hopefully you guys enjoy it from now on. And again, a quick apology for the delay. Now, I didn't do completely nothing since my last episode. I did occasionally do bossing for this series. For example, I went and got a Bandos chestplate on the release of Revolution. I believe I wanted to test it. I wanted to test it out on Bandos. So I went there and yeah, I managed to get lucky with a Bandos chestplate, as you can see in the screenshot right there. I also went to Zamorak with a subscriber a long time ago, and we managed to get a gown of subjugation and a hood of subjugation drop, so that was split between us, 60 shards each, as you can see. That's mainly it. That's for this series. I did do quite a lot of bossing, however that won't fit the rules of this series due to the fact that, again, some of you may already know this, but I did go staking on a whim. I went with 40 mil and managed to come out with 1.8 bill. I got extremely lucky, and yeah, I did mention that staking was not part of this series, so all the money that I made from that does not count towards this series, and because I used gear bought with that money for my regular bossing, that doesn't count as well. So I'm going to have to stick to that, and I am happy with that. So here you can see the leftover. I converted all of that money into either, here you can see bonds. I've got these bonds collected for Runefest, and this is about 300 mil or something worth of, or maybe 250 mil or something worth of spirit shards, I'm not sure, as well as you can see here seismics. Now, I'm not going to use these seismics in this series because I bought these with the staking money, and I don't want to break the rules. I will continue with the 500 mil that I had before, and you can see most of it is here, yeah. So currently I am wearing Ascensions and Sirenic. You may ask why I am doing that, and that is because I am going to go to Armor GWD. Hopefully I'll be able to get lucky there, and yeah. This episode won't be as long as the other episodes. I only wanted to bring it out quickly so that I guess you guys could know that the series is finally actually starting properly. So apologize for my stuttering, by the way. But yeah, of the 503 mil that I had at the start of the previous episode, I spent, I believe, around 185 mil on each of the seismics, and about 39 mil on the Sirenic, and about 22 mil on these. So that should add up, and I've got this much cash left over. I will be tracking my profit with, well, my progress with profit tracking, I guess. I did mention before that I just add up the profit gained from each episode until I reach the, I believe it's around 1.3 bill for the 2 seismics. I will be going for both seismics rather than just the Seismic Wand because they have crashed considerably. So yeah, that's about all. I'll start gearing for my Armadillo trip, and I'll see you guys after I'm done. Boy, was it one hell of a trip. I say trip, I mean couple of trips. I say couple of trips, I mean day. I was there for practically one whole day at Armor, being there and I guess it paid off in the end. However, before I go off into that, I would like to talk about my method, I guess. So for my method was revolution. Go in a corner and stall your adrenaline after you ulti. Stall your adrenaline after you kill and ulti right at the start of the kill, and just threshold until then. It worked really well. I hardly ever needed to eat, and yeah, I'd like to say I've got a lot more armor experience from that. However, well, there is no however. I did, however, use the guide that Zen made, if any of you are interested in that, for the armor GWD, and it was quite good. So yeah, that was my method, and I said that I was at armor GWD for a whole day. I did manage to get through that because with Revolution and this max gear, I guess, it is fairly AFK. That's really nice. And I was watching Boti's stream. This was the stream where he spent around 6 hours trying to get Runeful Helm. And I'd like to say that I feel like I shared some of his pain, because I did go 103 kills dry. I do say dry. I did get 2 GS shard 3s, which I believe are like 1 in 500 and something chance, which I could consider myself lucky for getting them, but I consider myself also really unlucky because they are worth practically nothing. So I'll say I was dry profit wise, because they barely made any difference, to be honest. So that's 103 kills dry. Now after this 103 kills, I finally got my first loot. I seriously considered quitting before this, however, I soldiered on, I guess, and got an armor helm. I was quite ecstatic at that point, even though the drop was only 2.5 mil. 6 kills later, I get a pair of armor gloves. Now this is where the PMs start rolling in saying lol, nice one, and grats. Another 6 kills later, I get a hilt. Now this is the point where people start saying, GTFO, can stop spamming items. 18 kills later, I get a glow. I'm like, yes, another item. Yeah, I can't wait to see the PMs that people send me. And no, it's a War Priest, which means I got trolled. I was very sad. I wish I didn't see that loot beam. I wish it was only a normal drop. I'll have to see if I can customize that later. And then about 5 kills after that, I got a second Armadillo helm. So extremely lucky there. 16 kills later, I get an effigy. So I haven't got an effigy in a while. Quite happy about that. Some experience will be going to divination. And I am a happy guy all round. At the start I certainly wasn't. For the first 2 to 3 hours I got nothing at all, and I was quite sad. But yeah, that's why I felt that I shared Boti's pain, I guess, because I went really dry, and so did he. But he did go a lot drier than I did. In the end though, if any of you guys did tune into his stream, I'm not sure why I'm mentioning it, but he did get a spoiler alert Robin, yeah, a Robin boots, I believe, at the end of his kill, not a kill, at the end of his clue. Well, not the first clue, not the main clue, the second or third clue that he did right at the end. I'm not sure why I'm saying this. Anyway, back onto topic. I did spend a day at armor basically, which is why I said day. However, the next day, the next day being this day that I'm recording this in, I got invited to Nex. I happily said yes, and I got a Zarite bow on the first kill. Not me, a friend did, but hey, a Zarite bow on the first kill. We did do more kills. Unfortunately, we didn't get anything. However, that was fairly lucky. It was a 21.8 mil split, I believe. And yeah, it was really lucky, and I was happy. After that, I did go Rots, that's Rise of the Six, and I got a total of 3 kills in like 2 hours. Yeah, it wasn't the best trip. It was one of those off days, I guess, even though the rotation was fairly easy. And yeah, that's all really for the bossing in this episode. I got fairly lucky, and off to the loot selling. Okay guys, so this is the total loot of the episode. You can see here the non-tradable loot that I got. I can't wait till I use this on divination. And the War Priest of Armadillo Greaves. This, I thought it was a nice loot. Nope, just got trolled. Anyway, let's price check all of this. This cash, by the way, is the cash from the next non-next item loot splits, as well as the Zarite bow split. So all the resources, I guess, green d'hide and stuff like that, and the the Zarite bow. So that's what this is, and the rest, well, I had to check whether it was correct after doing this for the first time, because it seemed like a huge amount, but yes, turns out it is actually correct. Wow, the Armadillo hilt's price updated while I was gone. Before, when I checked all of this, it was 12 point something mil. Now it's 13 point something. That's good. That means it's rising, which means more cash for us. Now you can see also that normal cash is here. So yeah, haven't changed anything. And yeah, that's all really. I'm going to go sell all of this. I am lagging a bit right now. And I'll see you guys after I've sold it. So guys, I finally sold all of the loot that I got from the various bosses, and here it is. Here's the total profit that I have made in this episode, I guess. And as you can see, it's 63.93 mil, so basically 64 mil was made. Some items sold better than others. For example, the Armadillo hilt, it sold for not 64 mil, it sold for 14 mil. That's 1 mil above its medium, and 1 mil, I guess, above what I expected. However, the Hood of Subjugation, that sold horrendously, as you can see here. The margins, just look at it. I probably lost more selling or checking the margins than actually selling it in the end. I put it in for like minus 50% for an hour and a half or so. Not one shard sold. So yeah, I kind of gave up on that. If any of you guys have the patience, or have the courage, I should say, to risk flipping this, it could be profitable if demand for it ever rises. Unfortunately for me, doesn't seem so. And yeah, that's all for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was certainly action-packed, in my opinion, at least for such a short period of time. I started this about a week ago or something, and I've already made 60 mil. That's all really. It's a bit shorter than normal, and hopefully you should look forward to longer episodes later. So if you enjoyed this video, please do leave a like, or if you have any suggestions on how to improve the series or any other of our series, please do leave a comment down below, and we will take it into consideration for sure. We may not reply to every comment, but we certainly do read it and appreciate it when you comment. Yeah, that's all for now. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! So guys, I finally sold everything, and this is the total loot that I got from selling the loots of the trip.